but we were gonna talk about some of the fucked up shit that came along with like being on the road with Artie,
right?
And being Artie's friend and all that kind of shit. I don't know if you even remember this one. This one's classic because I've told it to some other comics, but I've never said it to you.
Right.
This one's kind of funny, but I remember. It's probably something. Maybe it's another addict move where you promise something,
yeah,
and you just don't even come close to delivering on what you were gonna.
Yeah, that's definitely an addict move. It's an asshole move too.
You call me one day.
Yeah.
And you go, I just came from this meeting, and you had the raspy voice, not like you have now. Just came from this meeting with my DVD, the guys that are distributing my next DVD. They're looking for something different with the DVD instead of stand-up, and you have a CD of all your heckling incidents. You have a whole CD of that.
Yeah.
I fucking love that idea. It's a fucking great idea. He's like, this is classic. Would you want to do that with me, where we have a bunch of comics and they present all their heckling and we show their videos, and it's like my next DVD. This is the best part of the story. I think they'll give me like 300 grand, and I would split that with you 50-50. Would you want to do that? That was the best.
That is a bunch of bullshit.
Would you want to do that? No, Artie. Since that would be more than I ever made in a year for fucking nothing. No, I don't want to do that.
Listen,
actually, I want to keep that idea to myself.
I remember that.
You do?
And I had every intention of doing that. I really did. I just was, I was in a bad place.
I know.
What can I
It's
tell you?
hilarious.
I mean, I thought of you.
It's funny.
Would you still want to do that? Yeah.
Because I remember you told me you had some video laying around that you would stand up New York,
right,
hammered, walking the whole audience.
Yeah. I got mad at the audience and I told them to leave before I did. And they had to pay the checks and leave before I did. And the MC came out and tried to wrestle the mic away from me, and I said, no, fuck you, I'm not getting off the stage till this fucking audience leaves. So I stayed on stage till they left. Well, that football, that's got a good story. I did stand-up once for the owner of the Patriots, Robert Kraft.
Right.
He wanted me to do stand-up at his house for a surprise birthday party for his kid. So I do the Stern Show on like a Wednesday. I went up there with Gary. I asked if I could take my two uncles who were big football fans. And he was such a nice guy. We got up there, he gave us a tour of his house. He was just a great guy. His family was really nice. And just to show you how generous some people can be, when you're on a different level. So I'm waiting in the basement. His son comes. It's his son's 40th birthday. I do stand-up. I do a half an hour. And I was nervous. He said, you can be dirty if you want. Stand-up went way better than I thought it would be, because on a lot of those occasions I bombed, like doing like special gigs like that. But it killed. It went really well. And I'm leaving the guy's house. And Kraft comes up to me and he goes, Artie, thank you. I go, thank you. This was an amazing experience. We got to be on the air the next day, so we got to go right back to the private jet. We're getting in a limo, and he goes, here, just take this little something for me. I go, I don't want anything. I just take this. And he handed me an envelope, but I don't know what it was. We get on the jet. I'm sitting there having a cup of coffee, and I open up the envelope, and it's a check for $20,000. And I was like, holy shit. And that's one of those experiences, a benefit of being on the Howard Stern Show and in show business. You do the Stern Show, you get on a private jet, you go up to Boston, you do a gig for the guy who owns the Patriots, and you think you're just doing it for nothing, and he gives you 20 grand. And you're on a private jet opening up an envelope with a check for 20 G's in it.
Nice. Did you go put that down on anything?
Yeah, on a bunch of heroin.
No, you didn't.